campuses are in crisis, the need is too great. You cannot hire enough counselors.
The level of unease and distress is so very high. So there's not a quick fix.
There's so many benefits of mindfulness, but the ones that we particularly found with our curriculum, if students are less stressed, if they're sleeping, if they're using mindfulness and self-compassion, that a preventive approach, a public health approach with solid evidence behind it, mindfulness education with supervised practice, that's going to translate into better mental health.
We feel like MIEA has a curriculum that can approach it from a public health model,
which is much more efficient for a university than trying to keep hiring more counselors, keep trying to help students who are in crisis. Let's see if we can keep them from going into crisis. So in 2023, the American Council on Education produced a report called What Works for Mental Health in Higher Education. They looked at everything that folks are doing on campuses. They identified the things that work and the things that don't work. What there is best evidence for is mindfulness education with supervised practice, which is what we do at MIEA.
One of the other things that we see time and time again on student evaluations is I wouldn't be where I am today without the guidance of my teacher, my mindfulness teacher, and great gratitude for their attention and their feedback and their mentoring.
We figured out what are the things that really hook them, what are the things that they immediately respond to and feel like, oh, this is going to be helpful.
The curriculum that we offer them is fast-paced, which grabs their attention and helps them then, through the practice, lengthen their attention span.
So students were telling us, we need relief. So we wanted to make sure that they had some relief in that first class. And we learned that there are certain skills we could teach them that they could have in the first class. So they walked out the door feeling better than when they walked in.
A lot of universities started saying, wow, these are really significant outcomes. We have students on our campuses suffering. Can you teach us this curriculum?
So MIEA offers a teacher certification program. So we train teachers on your campus, and they can take our curriculum, plug it in. It can be embedded in classrooms. It can be embedded at the wellness center. It can be at the library.
There is this often a myth that if you're a meditation teacher, you may be like the sage on the stage. You're really just walking alongside them and co-creating an experience with them.
One of the biggest problems on college campuses these days is loneliness. When they do surveys of student well-being, loneliness is rising to the top. How can we help students feel that they are in community, that they are not alone? And that's something that we very intentionally cultivate in our student groups. And they're going to get the most benefit out of this if they can start to feel part of the community, being on a journey with other students.
One of the, I think, beautiful pieces of teaching is there's this awareness over practice weeks of sitting with a teacher that they too have common struggles, and a teacher will share something that happened during their day that created a lot of unease and how they worked with that with their own mindfulness practice. So they see that a teacher can also be walking a path of curiosity and not knowing, and that's fine.
We work with teachers to develop all sorts of strategies for helping students stay motivated to complete the class.
What I'm seeing is that students are hungry for the practices, and if they have the support for practicing, the teachers are seeing pretty rapidly that what they're offering them is making a difference.
We really have this belief that we can transform higher education one student at a time. So our vision is that emerging adults everywhere will live with greater ease and less suffering. We offer a transformative solution that can be implemented on campus to give educators the tools that they need to transform the lives of their students, so they go from being stressed and burnt out to resilient and thriving.